Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be running a basic Selenium test using Java. So Selenium is a framework commonly used for automated regression testing. It works with Python, Java, C#, JavaScript, and Ruby. So today we're going to write one in Java, and we're going to use the Chromedriver to grab google.com, verify an element exists, and show the basic setup for and running for that test. So we'll verify that we got Java installed, and verify that we've got Chromium browser, and verify that we've got the Chromedriver. These are all going to be required to be able to run this test. All right, and it looks like we have everything we need. So we're going to go ahead and set up the test. So open the environment of your choice. This happens to be IntelliJ Community Edition. I've already imported all the dependencies that we're going to need, so we already have Java linked, and we already have the dependencies for Apache Commons, Google Guava, HTTP and I/O protocols, Selenium functionality, and then the Chrome and remote driver functionality. So those are going to be the dependencies you're going to want to import into your project. There's different ways to get those packaged up and imported. So we'll start off by creating a Selenium test.java file, and in our file we're going to start by importing the libraries that we're going to use. So we're basically going to import all the Selenium functionality, and we're going to go ahead and import all the Chromedriver functionality. And it looks like, oh, I have a typo in my library, which is why it's not importing. So we'll go ahead and edit that and get Chromedriver imported here. All right, great. So now that we've got our imports pretty well set, we'll go ahead and start up our main class. So we're going to start off with obviously the standard public static void main. Okay, great. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and set up our tests here. So first, we're going to let the system know where the Chromedriver is. So system set property, webdriver.chrome.driver, and give it the path. So in our case, we saw using the which statement that user bin Chromedriver is the path we need. All right, fantastic. So we'll set up a new WebDriver object. So WebDriver equals new Chromedriver. Now there's an addition later on that we can look at where it's Chromedriver options, so you can pass different arguments to the driver, but we're going to leave that off for now because it's really not necessary at the moment. So then we're going to go ahead and get google.com. So driver.get, and we'll put in the URL of what we're looking for. So in this case, just right to the Google homepage. And we're going to define an element we want. So for this, I just chose the path to the Google logo image on the page. So I'm using xpath to identify that. And xpath is an XML query language for finding elements on an HTTP page by reference in the HTML path. So we're going to do HTML, body, and then nest down into a couple levels of div tags, and then grab our image. All right, awesome. So there's our web element. Okay, and now one of the things we want to do is we want to enclose this in a try-catch block just to make sure we catch any exceptions. And that's also going to allow us to test and verify that everything worked as we expected it to. So we'll add our try-catch block around this whole system here. All right, and then we'll catch our exceptions. And so I'm not going to specify anything, just a general exception area here. And if we have any kind of exceptions, we're just going to print out that there was a failure and maybe the exception message. Awesome. Okay, so there we have the message, and then we'll do an exit one, which will let us know that it exited with some kind of error. And that reminds me, we got to go back and quit our WebDriver after we finish up. So we'll go ahead and hit driver.quit, and that'll exit more gracefully. Awesome. How are we looking? Good? Nope, we are not. Looks like we need a semicolon. we go. Now we should be good. So we're going to go ahead and save that off. Check to make sure we got everything alright. And let's give her a whirl. So go ahead and hit the run button. It's going to take a second to build and optimize its imports and compile and whatnot. And there we go. And now it is running. We're invoking Chromedriver, and it looks like Chromedriver has started successfully. And so we should get Chromium, and there we go. We get Chromium. It finds the element and exits gracefully. So there we go. We have a successful test. And in the future, we'll look at doing some other operations with automated testing. I'd like to thank you for watching, and please check back for more content.